everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Ariana, or Black Sheep Meat, and I am here to do another Flosstube video plus lots of other craft updates. Since I started doing Flosstube years ago, I've picked up numerous more crafts over time. So at this point now, it's just I'm adding that all in here because I just realized when I went back the other day to look at some of my old Flosstube videos, I really only did cross stitch, and then I started picking up some diamond painting, but for the most part I really wasn't doing anything else. So it's really interesting to see how much more I've picked up and do now than I used to. There's a lot of things that have been going on. Honestly, I really didn't mean to make these updates so far apart. I was hoping to do these like once a week, but it's almost like the time to record and edit comes up and I don't have time. And so by the time I do have time, I'm like, well, I might as well just let the full week finish up and then I'll film it 2 weeks. And it just keeps going like that, like a snowball effect. And then next thing I know, it's like 3 or 4 weeks later. But I really don't mean to make these so far apart or to have such long videos. I want to keep them a lot shorter, a lot quicker. But that's okay. We got a long one today. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a long one. But the nice thing is I've been doing a lot of cross stitch. So there's going to be a lot of cross stitchy updates in this video for sure. Otherwise, life stuff, everything's been great. I've been a little busy, a little not busy, getting things done. My husband will be going back to work tomorrow. He's enjoying Veterans Day. I'm recording on Veterans Day today, and this will be up hopefully the Tuesday, on which case is the day he's back at work. So it's been nice having all this time to spend with him since he's been home from Kuwait, as he was gone for a year. It's been really great having him home and just spending that good quality time together. We go out a lot. Like, I'll say, I want to go to the store. Do you want to go? And he's like, yeah, and vice versa. So we've just been catching up, with that quality time. Other than that, I can't say that there's too much more that's been going on. Nothing big anyways. But yeah, life's been good. Life's been good. I've been vibing. Again, I've been getting stuff done, but I've been doing a lot of crafting. So I have a lot to show you. So we might as well just get started and dive into this and get into all the cross stitchy stuff, and I'll leave all the extra things that I do at the end. So that way, if you're only here for cross stitch, you're only getting the cross stitch things. So I guess let's start with, the biggest one. Ooh, do I want to start with the biggest one? No, let's start with the smallest one, which is a finish. I did have some goals that I had set last month, and one of them was a cross stitch goal. The other one is also a goal, but it's more of an ongoing one at the moment. But there was 3 things I really wanted to get done this past month in October. Oh, that's true. There was Halloween. Halloween did happen. Everything's blending together at this point. Halloween did happen. It was great. It was fun. I was a fake tarot reader / fortune teller. It was so much fun. It was such a blast. So yeah, so there was a couple Halloween goals that I had set for myself to get done. I met 3 of my 4 goals, and we'll go through all of them as the video goes, and I'll let you know if I was able to complete them or not. But the first one is a cross stitch goal that I was wanting to get done last month in October, and I did make it, although it was not without frustrations, because this thing honestly did not want to get made. It did not want to get made, or I don't have a knack for small cross stitches. And by small, I mean like tiny. The one that I'm talking about is Which Better Have My Candy by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And this one I wanted to complete. I don't think it had many stitches. I think I started with I want to say I started with only 300 stitches. I think it was 299 stitches or something like that, 399. There wasn't a lot done on this. And I had started it years ago. I believe I put it away because I kept messing up and I was frogging on it a lot. I believe I took a picture, so if I have it, I will post it somewhere here for you to see where it was last time. Not, I'm sorry, but hopefully it's there. But I did finish this. So here it is. It's all washed out. Let me try and adjust my camera. All right, I'm trying to adjust my lighting. It wants to completely wash this out. So how about we do it like this? In there, you can see it so much better with this camera. But here it is. Here's my finish. Which better have my candy, my frosted pumpkin stitchery. I This was a mission. This was a mission. I believe this was only 1,899 stitches overall. I want to say that I frogged at least half of that throughout the whole making of this stitch. So I would say I frogged at least 7, 8, maybe even 900 stitches, honestly, in all honesty. Have has been frogged at least twice. My was frogged at least twice. These lines, this ball over here, um, this border was frogged. In the end, I still have mistakes on this, but I decided, you know what? It's just for me. I can make it work. I'm just gonna leave it at this point. But I will say, this have has this one extra tiny stitch here that threw it all off again. So the witch is down. All of this is basically down one and over one. Well, maybe not the witch. I think I stitched her off of the border. But yes, a lot of the things on here are out of place. So I just did my best to make sure everything sat. It's not supposed to be touching in some places, but I was like, you know what? I just need to get this done and off the list. I'm never going to finish it if I keep frogging it every single time. So I let it go and it's finally finished. But here it is. Which better have my candy? I don't know. Something about these really tiny, maybe it's just this one. Maybe it's just this one. And I'm hoping it's just this piece that just did not vibe with me. And I hope so because I have more to say about small stitches later. But yes, this was troublesome. Um, Anyways, here's all the details. I basically did the back stitching. Again, I did, I think I was at 300 stitches and then it was an 18.99 full stitch. So I did all those stitches minus 300. So a good 1,500 stitches on top of, or at least not on top of, but underneath all the frogging that I did. Um, it's done though. This piece, if I were to be defeated by any piece, it would be this one. It would be this one. But it's cute. It's adorable. Honestly, it's a very, very cute stitch. And I love all their patterns, but I don't know. This one was not for me apparently. But it's done. So I will eventually I don't know, frame it maybe. Who knows? It'll go into my finished cross stitch pile of all the ones that I have finished and I have yet to frame. I did have a lot of extra leftover floss. I had to go buy some colors. These were all colors I had to buy since I didn't have them in my stash, but you can see I barely used any of them. So these will all go into my stash and will be used in some other cross stitch project in the future. Um, so yeah, so if you're planning to do this, you don't need a lot of floss for it. If you have remnants of skeins, it's probably gonna be enough, honestly. But it's so cute. It's adorable. I love it. New project bag. Not a new project bag. This is an old project bag that I made. Um, but we'll use this one for something else. I'm not sure what yet, but here is what it looks like. It's got like gems and stuff back there. And it's got this little funky deco zipper pull and then the neon green inside and zipper. I made this a long time ago, but now I can use it for something else that I'll show in just a little bit. Because I may have had an addiction come over me of wanting to start all the things. So we'll get to that in a minute. So let me put this aside. But this is done, and I am actually going to take this off of Pattern Keeper right now. It is done. I'm over it. I'm gonna put this in here just for now, and I will go through all this and put it away later on. All right, so after which better have my candy and that finish, I'll go to the next one, which is my wheel spin project. The wheel spin project was Dark Fairy by Alex Ruiz from Unconventional X Stitch. Unfortunately, that pattern is not available anymore, and I'm really sad to hear that it was, I don't know if it was discontinued or licensing or what, but it is not there any longer, sadly. But I'm happy I have it because I was waiting to buy this pattern for a long time, and one day I finally gave in. So I'm glad I did before it disappeared. But this, again, is gorgeous. It's super dark and gothy, and I love it. But my goal on this with the wheel spins is to do at least 500 stitches. So let me show you what it looked like last time. There really isn't much to see on this. It's a lot of background going on right now, but you can see a little bit of the outline of the wings, but the colors are very monochromatic, lots of grays and muted blues and muted greens and things like that. So it's nothing too exciting, but overall in the end, once it's done, it's going to be so good. Anyways, so this is where I got to now, and it is more background. I did a lot more of the color blocking area over here. So I filled in a lot of this, and I also filled in, I want to say I did some of this over here. And I did fill in some of these little areas as well in the grays. Again, it's just a bunch of different variations of gray. But I did fill those in quite a bit. Here and there. I'm pretty sure I did a little bit here. I think that's what it was. But you can see I started working down here, and that's all color blocked. So I was like, well, if I can get a bunch of progress on this by just doing one color, let me just do it. And I got quite a bit. This is a 28 easy count or easy grid fabric. And I'm doing 2/1 tent stitch or half cross. They're both the same thing. And I ended up doing 1,514 stitches. So that puts me at 7,342 and 3.52%. So this still has a long way to go. I took it off the Q-snap, and when I really looked at it, I was like, this is a lot bigger than I realized. Even though there's a lot of the wing here, it makes me feel like it's not big, like he should be right here. But I think it's much bigger than that. It's much bigger than that. Anyways, so I did get over the 500 stitches, even though I'm only doing tent stitch or half cross, so it's technically like half of a stitch. I still did more than 500 in a normal full cross stitch. So I'm happy. I wanted to work more on this, but there just was not enough time to pull this out more often than I wanted to. But hopefully it comes out again soon. Because again, it's a lot of color blocking, so I feel like when I do pull this out and I do sit and work on it, I get a lot done. I actually did only work on this one day. This was a one-day progress day, which I realized going back to my old Flosstube videos, I used to put how many days I worked on each project. And I think I want to go back to doing that. Especially now that I have my new Happy Planner, I'm still using it. I'm still writing down stuff, even though things are slowing down. I'm still writing down just basic stuff. So I think I'll go back to using that for for tracking how many days I work on each project. I would love to know how much I worked on the next one, and I'm so bummed that I didn't write it down. But yeah, so this is Dark Fairy by Alex Ruiz. Again, it's not available anymore, unfortunately, but I'm so excited to one day have this done. And now that I have my cross stitch bug back, I feel like that might be sooner than I realize. And I don't mean that any day quickly. I just mean like it won't be a UFO that I one day give to my kids kind of thing. It might actually be something that I work on, and one day, maybe in 10, 20 years, it might be done. So this will go back away, and we'll do another wheel spin in a bit to see what the next project will be. But that is Dark Fairy. Also, but with Dark Fairy, I realized I was missing a couple colors from this kit, so I went and finally got the colors I needed, which was just white, basically, and 610, which is like this. I know it's not going to show up very well. There we go. It's a very golden, antique gold, rustic, brown, taupey color. It's very pretty. But yeah, these two are what I needed, so I picked these up because I was missing them in this kit. I personally like to have all my kits kitted up so that way when I go to work on them, everything is there when I need it. Um, I wouldn't say I have too many projects. Um, I got a good amount, but I wouldn't say I have too many to where a master set would be beneficial. Again, I like that I can just take a bag and know that everything I need is in here. So if I want to travel with something or anything, or I want to double check something or whatever, it's all here. So I have all my kits fully kitted up for the most part. All right, and the last cross stitch project that I put a lot of work into is Pile of Yoshis. And this one is going to be a finish this year. I am absolutely determined to have this done. I believe when I set that goal, I was around, I want to say 8,000 stitches done on it. I want to say, maybe, I don't remember now. Anyways, my lovely friend Duo MTL over on Twitch is doing a Final Fantasy Summons piece that was made from Pick Stitch, and everybody in the communities over there in the crafting cross stitch community, quite a few people are working on it. And although I'm not, because I don't like Final Fantasy, I've never played it, so I can't say if I like it or not. But Final Fantasy, that summons piece is the same size as my Yoshi piece, basically the same amount of stitches, and I was at the same spot that he was when I made the idea. Let me keep up with him because he has to finish his by before Christmas, and if I do, I can get mine done before Christmas. And I was like, let's get this off the wish list or the whip list. The whip list. So I have been working at this nonstop. This has been my one constant project the last 3 weeks where I feel like I'm always working on this, and I got a lot done. So here's where it was last time that you saw it. I haven't I haven't seen the before picture yet. So I'm very curious to compare. I know what I did, but I'm very curious to see the comparison photo of what was where it was last time. But here it is now. Here it is now. Let me go over here. Here it is now. Look at all the Yoshis. I'm telling you, I was like going crazy trying to get caught up on this and stay caught up because he was stitching a lot. He was adding a bunch of extra streams to stitch on his piece, and I was like, oh shoot, I really got to catch up. But I think I need to do more than him, otherwise I'm going to be just as stressed out as he is. So my goal now is to do 1,000 stitches a week, and I want to do 4,000 stitches by the end of the month. And I think right now I'm at like 1,000 something. So I still got quite a few stitches to go for the month. Um, but the new parts on here for sure is the white Yoshi and this blue Yoshi and this little purple one coming in here. Those are all new. Everything else was fill in. So I literally filled in every other Yoshi that was already done on here. And I gotta do this arm. This I'm just getting tired. Um, there was a lot of confetti areas, so I basically filled in all of the little open spots that I was missing. I think if anything, I'm missing a little chunk here on his shoe because it was in the hoop, in the nurge hoop where I couldn't reach it. So I'm gonna move the hoop to get these last stitches here, but otherwise everything from the green Yoshi all through here, through the blue, is all done. So it's just the last 3 Yoshis that I have left to do. And I believe it's purple, light blue, and I forget what color this one is right here. But yes, that's, oh, I see it right in front of me. It's orange, an orange Yoshi. So 3 more Yoshis to get done. It's crazy to think that this is like 5,000 stitches left, but looks, sizes can be deceiving. Anyways, let's go over the numbers. So I feel like I'm a little high. I'm just adjusting everything in this video. I'm sorry. Here we go. There we go. Now I can hold it and you can see it and I'm not stressing my arms out. So I've done 3,545 stitches in the last, whatever, 3 weeks that I last filmed. So that puts me at 12,341 stitches and 74.36%. I need 5,262 stitches to finish this. Which makes me at 2,255 left for the month. So I need a little over 2,000 stitches left for this month to meet my 4,000 stitch goal. And I got some colors done. There were some more colors that I was able to knock off the whole thing here. And I'll show you what colors those were. So I got 8 more colors. They're kind of from everywhere. I wouldn't say they were from one particular Yoshi, but they were kind of everywhere. I have some that are down to like 1 to 5 stitches. But I can't do those because they're in the newer Yoshis and I don't want to count out randomly super far. So I'm going to wait to just let those go where they are. But there's the colors that I got done. There's like a yellow, super baby yellow, an orange, some pinks, a green, and a gray. Some really pretty colors. Honestly, this kit is so colorful. Here's whatever's left on the ring. I know it looks like a mess, but this is what's left, but you can see some of these other colors too that are done from last time. It's a very colorful piece, and I love how like rainbow it is. It makes it so enjoyable when you're flipping through all the fun colors. So that is the 8 colors that I got zeroed out. So those will go back into my stash. So I think that leaves me with, I don't know if I subtracted. I don't know if it's 56 more colors left. I can't tell, but there's still quite a bit of colors for these last 3 Yoshi. So yeah, this was my big update piece. But I'm telling you, this is gonna get done. This is gonna get done. I'm kind of sad that I put them so far out because I feel like I could have cut off like a chunk of this fabric and used it for like something super small. But it's all right. What's done is done. I think I still have some in my stash. I think I had the other half and I sewed this. But yes, there's the Yoshis. They're so fun. They're so cute. So you will see this again next update, and hopefully I have maybe 1 Yoshi left. Hopefully that's what I'll be at for December, is having 1 Yoshi to fill in, or just over 1 Yoshi. but this will stay out. I'm just gonna move it on my hoop, and I've been using the Nurge hoops, and I love it. I don't like how it fits on my stand. I have the K lap stand. I forget the full name of it. I'll link it down below like usual, but because it doesn't sit right in there like the Q snap does, but it's so much lighter and there's more room. I really like using this, so I'm kind of vibing with the Nurge hoops at the moment. And then I use a grime guard and I tuck in the fabric, and it works the same way as a Q snap. So we'll be moving this so that way I can get to those 3 Yoshi. And that is all my stitching progress, but I am not done because I decided I'm going to go crazy and do a bunch of new starts. I don't know if I want to do these new starts now, next month, or wait till the beginning of the year. I feel like I want to more wait till the beginning of the year to start them for future plans. But let me go through and I'll show you everything I'm about to literally start. I guess we'll go with the thing that made me jump in and start doing, oh, I don't know. Let's talk about one that I've talked about before first. So I did talk about last time, I did talk about the Unconventional X Stitch. I wanted a pattern from them. The pattern that I decided I want to buy, but I don't know when I'm going to get everything for it or start it, is called, let me move my notes here. It is called An Angel on Halloween from Ines Guerrero. That one is a 17 by 25 inch partial piece, so it doesn't have full like coverage. It's partial. So pretty. That one I want to get, but I don't know if I want to start that just yet. But that's the one I decided on to get from Unconventional X Stitch next time I have an opportunity to get a kit. It's beautiful. Honestly, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love her artwork. A lot of the time she has a lot of the like crying blood tears and stuff like that, which I don't mind, but I'm just not like drawn to those. I think they're a little too gory for the things I like stitching. I like something, I guess, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but there's like something about it where it's just stitching wise I'm not into it, but I love the art so much. Her work is beautiful. So this is the one I loved. I think she's gorgeous. She's on a beautiful pumpkin. I know it's Halloween, but honestly, over here it's Halloween all year. It's Halloween all year. The other one I mentioned was Ivory Crow by Margaret Morales from from Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm not going to kit that one up yet. I think that's going to be a future thing because I need to buy fabric for that. I'm going to need a big piece of fabric. So that's something I'll have to save up for. And then all the floss I have to get. So that's going to be a future project, but I will start that one day. I have the pattern already. I bought it in a Haid sale at some point or another, and it's just been sitting. So it's on my mind. It's in the background. But when I have the finances, I mean, honestly, I could have done it now, but there were just so many smaller ones that I was like, you know what, let me add some smaller stuff to get started. Which leads me to this one. This is also one that I talked about last time. This is Vampirum. Vampirum by Noctiflora Designs. It was the Sal that recently just finished up on Halloween or at the end of October. I found it like a few weeks before and I fell in love. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have started it with the Sal, but I'm glad that I caught it at the end to see the full image. I think it's stunning. So I decided to kit it up and I want to start it. Again, I don't know when I want to start it, and I can't start it just yet anyways. I do have the fabric. This was in my stash. I believe it's an 18 count Aida. Obviously I used it for something else, so I'm gonna have to sew this so it doesn't break apart. But I have fabric, and I did recently go get floss for it. So I know I said I gotta save it for all the flosses because I've been buying a bajillion other floss for other projects, which you'll see in a minute. But I have all of the floss. Let's see if I can show you like a full. Oh, there we go. I was gonna hold it up, but this camera doesn't show as nicely. Look how much nicer this looks. Look at this color palette. It's so pretty. It's like feminine goth. Does that make sense? And I love it. I freaking love it. This is going to be so beautiful. But the thing is that this fabric I'm going to dye. They did use either it was like a light purple or it was a pink gray fabric from two different shops that they had listed. One of them is sold out. And the other one, I can't tell. The color, the lighting of their picture does not look correct. So I think I'm just gonna go and dye my own fabric because I used to dye fabrics when I started on Twitch. That was what I was doing, was fabric dyeing, experimenting. And I've done a few pieces myself anyways. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a go, and I'll dye a fabric something similar. So I don't know if I want to go with like the purple like they had, or if I want to do a really light pink with a little bit of gray, or a light pink with a little bit of purple, or a purple gray. I'm not sure yet, but with it being a white fabric, the options are absolutely endless. Do I want to do an absolute different color? I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of a different color that would go really well with this. That wouldn't be like black or something. Because you have this really dark gray in here. I really want it to pop the way it does on those lighter color fabrics. So I probably will dye something with like a pink purple tone to it when I get a chance. But this is all the floss. There's not a whole ton here, and I think I have them all. I'm pretty sure I was able to get all the colors I needed for this kit. So once I dye the fabric, this kit will be ready to go. I will work on this though this week so that way I can show it next time what I decided to go with and how it turned out. And that way too, if I don't like it, I can go buy another piece of fabric. But yeah, this was in my stash. I'm really happy I had that there. Sometimes it helps to literally hold on to everything. I was just talking about that today on stream, and I was like, you know what? I've had this heat gun. I bought it like 4 years ago, and I've never touched it. But in the last month, I've been using it for everything. I was like, this is why I put everything in my stash, and I just hoard it all. I just hoard it all together. So Vampirum is on the start list. But like I said, I don't know if that's something I will start right away, like in December, or if I will wait till next year. And I think I want to wait till next year, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let me go through everything else here real quick and show you what else I have kitted up ready to go, because there's quite a bit at this point. All right, so after Vampirum, the next thing that really got the ball rolling for me I started catching up on a lot of different people's floss tubes, and I was kind of browsing around, and I came across Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I knew who they were from when I used to do floss tubes way back when, and there was a reason I was looking at their videos, but I was watching their most recent floss tube video, and they mentioned this one as like wanting to buy. And as soon as I saw it, I said I needed it. I needed it. So the one that I saw was Vintage Roses by Owl Forest Embroidery. I love how gothy and gorgeous this thing is. It's stunning. It's got the roses. It's got like this cathedral castle, and it's got a queen, and she looks like a little dark queen down there. So I said, I need this pattern, so I went and bought it. I went and bought it. I've never had an owl forest embroidery pattern before, so it was a mission. I wanted to put it in my pattern keeper. It didn't work. I wanted to put it in Markup RX. It didn't work. And I realized they sent a file for, what was the other program? The other program is called Cross Stitch something or other. SO something. I can't see the name of what this is. Cross Stitch Saga. So I had to download a whole new app to use this pattern, but I don't want to do it on paper. I definitely want to keep it computerized so I can mark off stitches real easy, and because I frog a lot. I frog a lot and I miscount, and I want to keep track of numbers as well for all of you. So I want to make sure that I have those options there when I need them. But anyways, so I got it on there. I need to figure out how to use that pattern, that program. But I went through my stash and I said, what do I have so I can kit this up? Do I have any fabrics? And I did have a fabric. I decided to pull out, this is something I've had for a while. This is Haunted by Picture This Plus. It's an Aida and it's 18 count. I know it's coming up very gray right here, but I've had this for a while. This is it's a blue gray. I'll show you. There you go. It's a very blue gray fabric here. I why did I buy this? I bought this also with Midnight by Picture This Plus. I don't remember what it was called exactly. I don't remember. I bought them both though. I want to say for a different project that I ended up using a different. Oh, it was for New Normal. I wanted to see if it would work for New Normal because I wanted to do like a celestial color theme. So I had the blue, purple, and then the gold, but I didn't end up going with this fabric or the other one. So this has been in stash for a while. Yeah, it's more blue. This is showing up more gray here with me. It's more blue like this. This is pretty close. Um, so I think this is gonna look gorgeous for this piece because I don't want to do, I know it's charted as a monochromatic piece, but I want to add some colors to it. And I don't think this is the final color palette. It was my first thought, but then I realized I might want to go to Under the Sea Fabrics, which is my local needlework shop here in San Antonio. And I haven't been there since the first time I saw it open. So I was like, you know what, let me go back because they have Colorworks, the classic Colorworks. And I was like, let me see if I can find some really nice variegated ones. But this is what I picked up first. So you can kind of see the vibe that I'm going for and how it's going to stand out on this fabric. Let's see, can I do it like this? No, it was probably better like this. So I was thinking for the roses, I want to do some sort of like muted but red but not red, more like a magenta or not magenta but like a super wine color, a very pretty wine color. These are showing up a little brighter than what they really are. Can I show them here? They're a little brighter than what they're showing, but I was thinking the roses would be something like this in this sort of wine moody color. So I want to go in person to look at Classic Colorworks and see what kind of colors they have with the variegation. I was thinking, of course, something super muted green for the stems of the roses. So I have these two. Just so you, in case you like any of these colors, there's 902, 814, 3802, and this is actually a metallic floss. I got it just in case, but this is 3685. And then the greens that I got, I have 935 and 3021. So I was thinking something like this for the the stems of the roses. Thinking of the building, I wanted to do something taupey. I didn't want to do it black. I really wanted it to give that like cathedral look. And if you've seen a cathedral, they look black, but they're very like dark brown taupe. Or at least I always see them. I always see them that way. Um, but I got some taupey colors here. So I got 08, 09, and 844. Um, but I realized I have a classic color work in my stash, which is not here. Let me grab it. All right, this is leftover floss from when I did Halloween Quaker, and I think I want to use one of these. Hold on, I have a couple of them. Let me pull them out here. This is black. No, that's not black coffee. This is black coffee. These are all black coffees. So I feel like these would be perfect to use, especially since I have so much. I think these would look great on the cathedral. It's got like a dark brown, gray, taupey color to it. I think these would be great for the cathedral with that variegation. I really like that. So I think this will be my cathedral look here. Castle, cathedral, church. Oh, I'm all blurred. There we go. I think that's gonna be the way to go. This is more brown. This is blackbird. This is way more brown, so I don't think, oh, I don't know. No, because everything else is very cool toned, and I feel like this is more warmer toned. So I want to go on the cooler tone side. So I think this might be my better bet. But I'm going to go and check out for these colors and see if they have anything that I like that's variegated. Lastly is the Queen. And the Queen, I'm not sure what I wanted to do. I saw this for like the crown. It's more like a champagne taupe color. I got them both. Because I didn't want to go back later when I like decide I'm not sure about it. I also have this. This is 3371 in the Etoile. It's like a brown taupe. I thought that would be pretty for her dress, especially with the sparkles and everything. And then maybe give her black hair. But then I don't know if this would match for the crown. I don't know if that would look weird. I got this one, but I don't think I like that one. And I have a black. I realized I had this in my stash. This is like a black silk. So this is my kind of vibe. There's the taupes that I picked up. But again, I don't know if I'll use these taupes. But there's the vibe that I'm thinking on this fabric for this cross stitch. We'll see which way I go, but I want to go check out the I want to go to Under the Sea Fabrics and see what classic color works they do have, to see if there's anything else that would work really nicely in this color frame. So yeah, so that's gonna be a new start soon. soon once I go and get a chance. I would have loved to go today, but it's closed today, I'm pretty sure. For Veterans Day, so I'll have to wait till I get a chance or opportunity later this week. But yes, this is a picture of this plus, so I'm happy to finally use that since it's been in my stash for a really long time. It is an 18 count. I don't know if I said that, so that is a future start. Again, who knows when I'll start it, but it is going to be started. Another new start is an accident. So when I went to buy the vintage roses, I accidentally bought, or no, black roses. I went to buy black roses and I accidentally bought black vintage, which is a totally different pattern, but it's very similar. So in the small little tiny frame that I got a picture of when I was putting it in the cart, I thought it was the one. And then when I purchased it and I opened up the PDF, I was like, wait a minute, this isn't the one I wanted. Although I did see this one and I really, really liked it, I wasn't going to buy it. But now that I've accidentally bought it, maybe I could use it because I realized that I have this in my stash I've been waiting for a project to come along to use it. Um, this is a Silks for You. I don't remember what number it is, so if I figure it out, I will post it. Of course, it's not going to show correctly, but here is what it looks like. Isn't that so pretty? It's got the teals. It's not even showing up the way, like, how vibrant and bright it is, but this is like a bright, vibrant teal, and this is like a super orange, like fire orange. Um, it's so pretty. But this was gifted to me on my throne on Twitch by people in my community, and I've had it for a long time. I use the purple blue one for my new normal, so I know how to work. Like, I like how it works up. I love how it feels. I'm thinking I want to use this one for that project for the black vintage. It has like the nautical theme on the bottom. My only concern is it doesn't look like it would work for the top. The top is such a different vibe. This feels like ocean nautical, and the whole bottom of the other piece, or the whole top of the other piece, the whole top of that piece doesn't feel nautical. So I'm not sure if I want to do the whole thing in this. I mean, I'm sure it would look pretty either way. We'll see. But I do have this, and that might be my plan for it. But I accidentally bought that pattern. I was I was not paying attention. So we'll see. We'll see if I end up starting that. If I do, I just need a fabric for it. Um, so we'll see. The next thing on the list is, this is what I was thinking of yesterday. I realized that I had this book. This is Creepy Cross Stitch, and it's by Lindsay Swearinger. Hopefully, I said that correctly. I've had this. This was also a Throne gift from my community. Throne, if you don't know, it's basically really great for streamers, where it's a wish list, and you can put anything you want on there. You can link something from like Amazon or whatever they sell in Throne, which is a lot now. Um, you put it on your wish list, kind of like an Amazon wish list. But the thing is that people can buy things off of that wish list, and they don't get your information. So I can't get doxxed. I can't, they won't find my mailing address or anything like that. And they don't need to mail it. They just pay the amount for the item, and it has shipping and everything included. And then once it's fully funded, so you can have one person pay for it, or you can have it so that people can contribute. And then once it's fully funded, it'll get shipped to you. So that's what I mean when I'm getting these things from Throne. It's all people in my community buying them for me or contributing to the item for any specific amount of money. But this one's really cute. It's got a bunch of Halloween, I wouldn't say Halloween, but very gothy sort of stitches in here. So this is my idea. I was like, you know what? These are small stitches, and they're so cute. They're all basically kind of the same vibe. I'm telling you, I'm glad I have this camera. You can see it there. They all kind of have the same like vibe to them, and I was like, you know what would be great? I have a half bathroom downstairs that I've been wanting to goth out, basically, but not like super go crazy, because my husband does live here. And I respect his non-gothy vibes, even though he loves and supports me and would definitely let me do whatever I wanted. But I think, okay, hear me out. I think I want to do every single cross stitch in this book, so I can put it in that bathroom as like a collage of cross stitches, and then add, like, I don't know, some sort of black candelabras, some shells with some plants. Do you see it? Do you see the vision? It's only a half bathroom, so it's only like a tiny little, you know, area. It's got the sink and the toilet, and that's it. Like, it's tiny. Um, but it's the one that all the guests use when they come in. So I was like, you know what? I think it would look really cool, and it would because there's nothing in there. There's no decoration. Like, I don't decorate because we are military. We move a lot. So nothing permanent really goes up. And I don't buy a lot of decor because we move to different types of homes that may not have room for said things. But since we are here for at least another 3 years, and he's got one more year after that till he retires, we're hoping to stabilize. I feel like this is the time that I can finally feel like I can decorate. So this is my idea. These are not very big. These are like 4x4, 7x5 inches, things like that. So they're very small stitches. None of them are full coverage. They're all very, you know, very partial pieces, very partial piece pictures. So I'm going to start buying floss for all of these. I didn't buy all of them yet, but I did get some for 2 of them. The first 2, which is, I can show you what the first 2 are. Let me just find the page here. It's this one. This is Springtime in the Graveyard. Let me show you in the bigger camera so you can see what it actually looks like. It's this one. This is the first one. And then the second one is, let me try and not show you the pattern. And this one is Thistle and Bones. So these 2 I started getting the floss for. I don't have the fabric. I think what I'm going to do is just go and splurge on a giant piece of black Aida 14 count, just like it shows. And it's going to suck because it is black cloth, but it looks so nice. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is every single one for my bathroom. Yeah, so for this one right here, I did get some of the floss. I'm missing a couple. I'm missing like 2, I think, from each little group here. But this is the first color palette. Like I said, it's going to go on black, but there it is. It's just a couple floss. A lot of these are going to be reused on some of the other patterns as well. So this, even though this is like a full skein, it's going to last me the whole book. But there's quite a bit. I think there's like 90 something colors I'm going to need in the end. So I was like, let me just start with the first 2. And when I finally get started on those and get them done, I can start accumulating for the next 2 and so on and so on. And this one, I believe, is for the skeleton one. Or did I get this backwards? No, this is correct. And I'm also missing a couple for this one as well. I'm also missing a couple colors for this one. But I'll pick those up when I finally get started, probably later this week. If I go to Under the Sea Fabric, then I'll definitely pick up whatever I'm missing. But I will order on Amazon. I believe it was like a yard, almost 2 yards long of black Aida cloth for like 20 bucks. So I'm gonna order that next time I get the chance to do so. So I have 2 of these ready to get started. But that is the plan with these. There's 25 patterns in this book. So this will be a long time thing. But you know what? This is for me, though. This is for me in decorating. So every time I get one done, I can frame it and I can go hang it in the bathroom and then just accumulate like that. So I think it'll be fun because it is for the house. It's not just, you know, let's do it and then get it done and then I'll put it in the pile. Like this is for decoration. And I'm so excited to like show it off to people and have it all like look complete in that bathroom. So that is Kit Up almost ready. And the last one for now that I started kitting up, this one is going to be this is a last minute decision. This is, I thought of yesterday. I say last minute, but I don't need it done for like a long time. I do a charity stream in May that I decided to do annually because it went so well last year. It's one of my biggest events over on Twitch. But I am raising money now for $4. They are a nonprofit organization who help you see if you qualify to get your unpaid medical bills either reduced or completely paid off. There's a lot more to it, but I love what they do, and I love that it includes everyone because everybody needs to go to the doctor. And, with these days and economy that we're in right now in the US, it is a US program. Um, a lot of people don't go to the doctor because they know they can't afford the bill. And nobody should not go to the doctor and make sure that they're healthy because they can't afford it. So I love what they do. I love what they stand for. I got to talk to the owner, and he's absolutely sweet and amazing. And I love his mission statement and, how it got started and everything like that. Anyways, I plan to do it again next year, next year in May. May is a big hospital, doctor, nurse, medical condition, mental health awareness month. So I like doing it in May. It'll probably be at the beginning of May. And I want to do this one as a giveaway for certain donation amounts that are hit, donation goals that will be hit, hopefully. Um, this one I got from the Witchy Stitchers Patreon. So I don't know if you can buy this in the Witchy Stitchers shop. I will have to double check. But this one is called Hug Your Heart, or sorry, Hug Your Brain. Hug Your Brain. Um, and when I was thinking about it, because I'm starting to think about what I want to do, what I want to include, so I can start accumulating and working on everything for that stream, because it's a very big stream for me. This popped into my head, and I was like, what a cool idea to stitch it up, get it framed, and do it as one of the donation giveaways. So I started kitting this one up so I can start working on it and get it done soon. So this one actually might be a before the end start, just because that's in 6 months just about, and I want to make sure that I get it done because there might be some other things I want to create for donation giveaways as well. But for this one, I just got a roll of black 14 count Ada. This is from Michael's. This is a 15 by 18. I think did I write down the finished size? I didn't, but it's not very big. I want to say it's like a 10 by something, 10 by 13 or something. So this is enough, but it's black Ada, just basic black Ada. And then I did get some of the colors as well. It's got these really bright, fun colors of teal greens and these really reddish, pinky reds in here. Reddish, pinky. Yeah, they're red pinks, I would say. I think I'm missing some colors to this. But look at this color palette. Isn't this so much fun? I think this is going to look so pretty when it's done. But I think it's such a fun pattern. I cannot show these correctly. I'm sorry. It's going to be such a fun pattern. The colors are absolutely stunning and fun. So this is going to be a new start, hopefully soon, because I want to get this one good to go. But that is going to be the last new start I have ready to get going in the near possible future. So that is not all my cross stitch stuff. The last thing isn't crazy important, but I do have this cross stitch, which I don't think any of you have seen because I started it not too long ago. I started it this year. But this one is Spellbound Secrets. It's a Crissa Bug pattern from Thread Geeks. I don't have a lot done on it. There's my little start there. I don't know how many stitches this is. I wasn't prepared to say. Of course it's washed out. There you go. I wasn't prepared to say. Here's the color palette here. It's very browns and grays and tans and neutrals. Oh, there's a little blue in there. A little purple. But anyways, I saw this when they released it and I fell in love. But I was missing a few colors to this one, so I just went and grabbed the colors that I needed. So that was the last bit of floss haul cross stitch stuff that I got. So I bought a lot of floss this month, but Michael's was giving me all the $5, $10 coupons, and I always got that military discount on there. So they weren't really, honestly, all together, all the floss I bought may have been like $30. If that, if that. Before I forget, again, let's go ahead and do the wheel spin to see what's the next project I end up picking up and doing my 500 stitch goal. So let me pull up my wheel here. I will have to adjust this and remove which better have my candy, because that one is now completed. We're gonna save that. I'm not gonna put any new starts on here yet. So this will just be my normal 9 whips that I have going. But let's spin and see. Let's spin and see what 500 stitches I have to do next. Oh, oh! I guess we're continuing work on Dark Fairy, which, as you saw, was when I went over a little bit ago. I will probably continue to fill in a lot of the background. It's already ready to go. So I will probably continue to work on background over here. I'll probably fill all this in. And I know there's a lot of color blocking over here, so I might start working this way a little bit and getting all that color blocking in as well. It's still color blocked in the wings, but it's more sporadic. So we're gonna get 500 more stitches on Dark Fairy. I think once I reach my goal, if I take longer than a week to upload, I might respin and record it. I think that's something I might do, so that way I'm not just sitting waiting for myself to hurry up and record so I can spin the wheel again. Because I only worked on this one day, but I went over my goal like by a lot. So next time that happens, I'll respin my wheel, but I'll make sure to record it. Other than that, I did purchase Markup RX. I might try and utilize that because I like that Markup RX does tell you like an estimated finish goal and stuff like that. I just need to learn how to use it because the features aren't as easy to use for like beginner person, I guess you can say, because I'm like clicking things on and then I don't know how to turn them back off. But I like that it has all the like logging features and everything. So I'm going to try my best to use it on some of these smaller projects and give Market RX a go. Maybe you'll have a little more updates on like when things will be done. So that is all the cross stitch. Knitting. This is my goal number. I can't believe, how long are we in? We're in an hour and I still have half of this to do. So with knitting, this was a finish. This was another goal that I really wanted to get done before the end of October. And these are the top-down Halloween knitted ghost socks. Last time you saw it, I had one done. I don't remember which one it was. I had one done and I started the cuff on the second. I finished both socks. Both socks are completely done. I can't wait to wear these. I'm super excited. They have the crosses at the bottom as well, the little plus signs or whatever. Look how cute these are. They're so soft. This yarn is really nice. This was the Loops and Thread Michael's something or other. I have it put away now, but if I find, I'll have it linked down below if anybody's interested. But I did finish them. Of course, there are some imperfections, but these are my socks, so I'm not mad. I think I did one extra stitch on the on the ribbing, and I was a little too loose in my stitching, so they don't line up perfectly. I know it looks like it does. They don't line up perfectly. One size has like a little hole bigger than the other, but you know what? These came out so cute. I haven't worn them yet because I've been wanting to show them. I have corgis who shed a lot, so I was like, if I start wearing these, are going to be covered in fur. and I won't be able to show them as nicely. So I wanted to show them now. I still have to weave in some of my ends. We'll get to that one day, but I can still wear them. So these are done. I did finish my knitted frickin' socks. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. The color work is very easy. It was a very simple color work pattern, so it wasn't anything too crazy. But there is my Halloween socks. So this was goal number 2 off the list. Another thing that was gifted to me on my throne was another set of the Chowgo? I forget how to say it, but I got another 9-inch circular needles, so now I have 2. So hopefully I can work on them at the same time, so the socks come out even. Hopefully that will help. So I'm gonna give that a go. But these were gifted from a lovely friend in the community. Otherwise, any other knitting, I did put like 1 round into my sweater scarf, which is this one. I tried to work on it last night for like a few minutes. I literally only got 2 rounds, 1 round. There's my last time stitch marker. So you can see I only got a couple rounds on this. I didn't get very far, but this is it. It's basically a scarf, and then it wraps around you, and it has the sleeves on the ends. So you wear it like sleeves and you wrap it around. It's super cute, super cozy, a little elegant, but of course I've made mine a little gothy vibes here. So this is going to be a goal, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But I only put in a couple rounds, so there's really not much to show on this right now. So I did work on that. That is all my knitting. My third finish that I wanted to get done in October is my Little Ghost Pixel Macrame piece. This is finally done. I'm so happy. I finished it at the second to last week before October ended. I haven't done anything with the back yet. I'm assuming I might have to glue these down. I don't know how else to finish this, as I've never seen anybody finish one of these before. So I might just glue these down. But my little ghosty is done. I hope these relax a little more so they become a little more fringy. And then I just need to add like something to hang it with. But my little pixel macrame ghost is done. There wasn't a pattern necessarily on how to do this. I just watched a video on Pixel Macrame and I kind of copied what they did. And I found the pattern on braceletbook.com, where it has a bunch of free little patterns like this. So I bought the colors of macrame thread on Amazon, which are 2mm, and then this is 3mm natural. So and then the dowel, I think I got like a bag from Michael's. So this is my little pixel macrame. I can't wait to hang it up. I don't know where yet, but it's done. So third goal out of 4, I did reach. So my little ghost is done. We'll find a spot to hang it, but this is officially a finish for the most part. For the most part. I just need those finishing touches. The last goal that I did not meet, because I had 4 goals, was my Sweet Tooth diamond painting. I have not diamond painted in like a month. So I'm very behind on a lot of the diamond painting. I'm going to try and get to that this month. I need to get to those this month. But we'll talk about those at the end with goals and stuff. But that was the only goal I didn't reach last month, was my diamond painting. I wasn't able to finish it. The last other project that I started working on, I got crazy addicted to David Bowie. Probably about a week or so ago, I got very, very addicted to David Bowie. So I started like binging his music. Not that I haven't listened to it. I've listened to it before, but for some reason something came over me. And I couldn't stop listening or thinking or having the song stuck in my head from David Bowie. And so I decided, what's the best way to do, get those things out of your system is to create, right? So I decided to pick up tatting, which is a form of lace making. And I'm just trying to get everything together here because it's all over the place. Um, I decided to do this necklace from Sparrow Spite called the, originally it was called the Jubilee pattern, but it is in the Ex Libris Obscura PDF book, and that one has the beading. So I'm doing the version with the beading. Unfortunately, they removed their patterns from the website, so I don't know if they're going to repost those later on. If they do, of course, I'll let you all know. But as of right now, those patterns are currently taken down. But this is what I have so far. Whoop. Let's see if I can show this here. So it's very, very tiny, these knots that you're making. But this, if you haven't heard of tatting, tatting is a combination of, I would say it's like a cousin to macrame and crochet maybe. But this is going to be a choker for the most part. It's going to be a choker. I have one side of it done, as you can see, and I'm about to turn back and do the other side. But I messed up, so I have to take out a loop. When you take out a loop in tatting, it's very difficult. So I kind of was like, okay, I'll work on this later, because I kind of was going at this for a couple days, and I was like, maybe this is a sign I need to take a break. So I left it alone, but I got to remove this loop and half of this because these are supposed to be connected right here in the middle. I wasn't supposed to add beads to this side, and I was supposed to connect them. So I just have to go back a little bit, but I put it down. I put it down, but this is a very dark blue, and it's got iridescent beads that I'm working with on this. And I'm eventually going to add some charms. I have some little astronaut charms. I was very specifically intrigued by, shoot, I can't remember the songs. I'll post them here somewhere, but there's a couple songs that are very in theme. So I'm going to use some of these little astronaut charms. I have these iridescent drop beads, and I also have these iridescent, they're kind of like little triangles in there. So these are all going to go together on here once they're completed. But yeah, this is my tatted choker progress so far. This one's an easy one. It doesn't take long to do this one at all. I just got stuck because I made a mistake. But once I take that loop out, it should be quick going. And then I'll add some chain and clasps and stuff so that you can turn it into a choker. And then I can add all the fun beads everywhere and stuff. So that is my tatted choker that I started working on. Again, I got David Bowie obsessed, and I've still been David Bowie obsessed. I can't help it. I'm absorbed right now. Oh, and I also have the ribbon. I have two ribbons. I have this one. This one's very iridescent, but it's thin. This is going to go in the middle. It's very thin. So as much as this is perfect, I don't know if I want to use it because the clasps go onto the ribbon. And that's what's basically holding it onto the neck. So I was like, well, I might need something thicker. So I have this one with iridescent glitter, but it's glitter. Like, I'm already getting glitter everywhere. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's going to be good. You're going to get glitter everywhere. I'm hoping to sell this or something at some point. So I don't know if people are going to like having glitter coming off everywhere. But this is a much thicker ribbon, so it would hold a lot better over a long period of time compared to this one, which is really thin, but is so pretty. So I don't know. I have both. We'll see what we decide later on when I get to it. But yeah, that's my tatting necklace that I have going on at the moment. There's a few ideas I have in the future, but we'll see if I get to those or if they're just an idea that I like store away for later. So I was doing a little bit of tatting again. I have been doing a little bit of 3D printing. I did print out a tarot card box the other day. There it is. Look at that. That's my first two-toned 3D print. I was gifted a 3D printer a few years ago. I have a card deck in here, but you can see it fits perfectly. The box came out really nice, other than this little lip here. This is something I have to figure out how to fix. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a lip, but the lid came out really good the second time. And all the detail on there. So I did print out this. I printed out a couple other things, but this is the nicest thing to show. So I have been playing with my 3D printer as well. And the last crafting sort of that I have to show is I was also gifted this book recently. I know I've been saying that I've been gifted a lot of things, but this has been over time. I promise you. This has been over time. Like I said, I'm just getting back into these videos. So 3 years, 4 years or so that I have not been on YouTube. I've been gifted quite a few things that I'm just now kind of picking up, basically. This was more recent, though. A friend in the community was working on, was it this one? No, there's another pattern in here. And I said, that looks stunning. And they were like, that was crocheted. And I was like, you're lying to me. It looks knitted. So these are all patterns that look knitted, but are actually crochet. Crochet sweaters with a textured twist. The one that they were doing, let me see if I can find it right here. Zoom you in there. It was this one, and they were using this one with a really pretty variegated blue. I don't know if you would call yarn variegated. I don't want to say it was variegated. It had a couple other colors of variations of blue, and I think there was a little bit of green or something. But with this texture of stitching, it looked like waves, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I said, I need to know what pattern this is. And they were like, it's in this book. And I was like, I need this book. So I put it on my wish list, and some lovely friends in the community co-funded it. So I have some ideas of which one I want to do, but there's some really cool ones. Let's see if I can show off a few. There's this one. This really nice sweater. There's this one with this like sort of ray of sun. Ooh, this one's so pretty too. Ray of sun like texture. This gives me tarot card vibes for some reason. I might actually make this. Oh, I see it ends in like these little, I don't know if you could see that. There's like little, I want to say they look like wheat a little bit. Here's another sweater. It has this sort of line detail in there, all the different stitches. The one I think I would start with, though, is probably this one. I know it has like these popcorn stitches in there, which I hate, but it's so pretty. I'm a sweater girl, so I am so happy to have this to do all different types of textured sweaters. I think they're going to be a lot of fun, but I love this. I love this like detail. There's another picture there. I love that like popcorny detail. So I don't know when I'll pick something out of this. Probably when I decide what yarn I would like to use. But once I figure out yarn, I probably will pick something out of here and work on it. So this was also new. I guess you can consider this haul in a sense. Last but not least, we have the games and the books that I've been dabbling into. So game-wise, there's been a lot since I've last talked to you all. I did finish Madison. Madison is an absolutely terrifying game. But I did finish it, and I feel extremely accomplished because I've never played anything like that, and it was nice to get out of my comfort zone. So if you like scary games, you would like that. It's a puzzle game. The puzzles were all very different and interesting, and some of them took a little minute to took a minute to figure out, but they were honestly really cool puzzles, minus the scare factor. So if you like scary games, highly recommend. If you don't even look at this game. I did play We Went Back. It was a very short, like hour game. Just a couple tiny puzzles, but basically you're in space and you're trapped and you're trying to escape out of the space station, but you're trapped and there's scary things and the game kind of repeats itself as you move through it. So also very very small puzzles, very easy little game. So if you want something that may be a little jump scare here, like maybe one jump scare, maybe two, tiny ones, I would say play this. It's a short one. I did play Indigo Park, which is also another little indie game. It was about a abandoned amusement park, and it's still in development, so it's only the first part of the game. Um, it was fun. There was a part in it that, again, it has different types of puzzles to move forward, but there was a part in it that was intense, but it was also fun. So Indigo Park, check that one out. I did start Layers of Fear, but I've only played an hour into it. I haven't finished it yet. Hopefully this week I will be finishing that game. So I will talk more about that next time. But basically, it's a psychological horror that does have some jump scares. But it's about a guy who's an artist, a painter, and he's basically going mad for the most part. One new game that my husband actually asked if I wanted to play. He's like, "You're gonna really like this." We picked it up with a friend last night, and it was so much fun, and I want to play it with you. So I said, "Okay." It's called Ale and Tavern, and basically, it's like you're in a fantasy world. You own a tavern, and you're basically cooking and cleaning and serving customers as they come in. And it was so much fun, especially once you get into the groove. But it's a management game. It's a management game. It has a little tiny bit of farming. It's a little open world. And again, you're like cooking. You have steps to like cook something. You have steps to make ale, and then you have to serve it. It was a ton of fun. So if you want to play by yourself, you're looking for a cozy game to vibe out to, or you want to play with a friend, I think you can play up to 4 friends. Highly recommend Ale and Tavern. And of course, Disney Dreamlight Valley has their new Star Path event going on right now. So I am working on that. So I have been playing again, trying to get the event done. I'm not close to being done yet, but I'm once I have time to binge it, and it takes me like a week to get through all of the event and pick up everything that they have available. There's nothing really spectacular, I would say, this time around that I'm like, ooh, I have to get these things, but I have big FOMO completionist since I've been playing it since it started. So I have to get everything they offer when it's available. So those are the games I've been playing. And then the books that I've been reading. I did finish the book club book, Starling House. We're not doing book club until the end of the month. So hopefully I don't forget anything. But I did finish it. I did like it a lot. I was listening both on audiobook and physical copy, not physical. I had the ebook. And basically, what it's about is a girl. She's having dreams about this house. This house is where this old guy apparently lives. And he's a recluse. And he's like, get off my property, basically. And she's like, she can't stop thinking about the house. Um, and she lives in this small town. It's in a small town. And there's like weird things that happen. Um, it's got a little romance in there, which was surprising. I didn't expect that. And I definitely have my thoughts, but I don't want to talk about it until book club is done. But I liked it. I gave it like a 4. I gave it a 4. But it's by Alex E. Haro. So I can't wait to see what next month's book club is so I can read that. But I did recently pick up Hooked. I forget the name, by someone McIntyre. I didn't write these down and I should have. Um, Something McIntyre. I'll have it all linked down below. And I'm sure you can see the picture here. here. But this one is a Peter Pan retelling. except Captain Hook is the love interest and Peter Pan is the bad guy. I have seen this on lists, like top spicy book lists for a long time, so it's been on the TBR, and I decided to finally pick it up because they had the ebook on the Libby app, and I was very surprised. So I listened through all of it on an ebook, sorry, on an audiobook, while I was cleaning all day on Saturday. It's 9 hours, but I managed to listen to almost all of it, and I love it. It's so quick going through it all. It's fun, but I will say I forgot that it is a dark fantasy romance. So make sure that you read the trigger warnings because there's some really intense things in there. Really intense things in there, which I don't mind. It just caught me off guard at the beginning because I forgot. I forgot that it was supposed to be a dark fantasy romance. But I loved it. I'm having so much fun with it. I think I have an hour left. I don't know if I want to read the rest of the series because I believe they're different villains. Um, so this is the only one with like the Captain Hook vibe, I guess you could say. But I am reading that. Afterward, I don't know what I'm going to pick up. We'll see what I end up picking up when I'm done with this one. With all that being said, that is all my updates. I guess let me go through the goals real quick. So for all my craft goals that I have right now, I guess we'll start with Pile of Yoshis because this is the big goal, the big goal. I'm going to get 4,000 stitches before the end of the month. So that's what you'll see me working on. Hopefully I record again in a week. So I don't think I'll have 4,000 by then, but I think I need 2,000 more stitches to complete that goal. So that's the next, more progress, basically. More progress to get to that 4,000. So that's going on. 500 stitches on Dark Fairy. Get more progress on this. This is tent stitch, so should go pretty quickly. And also in cross stitch goals, the reason why I'm kitting up all these things too is because I really want to participate in Whip Go next year. I've never done Whip Go in the 5-6 years I've been cross stitching now. 4 years, 5 years, 5 years maybe. I've never done Whip Go, and I feel like I have enough projects to kind of switch them in and out, or add to. I think with all the new starts, it would put me at 12 projects. So I would love to do Whip Go this year. So that will be something I will be starting to set up soon. I also looked into the Hade Sal, the Heaven and Earth Design Sal that they do every year, or at least the last 2 years that I know of. I think it's been more though. I did think about that. I believe they give you a number of charts to choose from. They're like miniatures of like bigger pictures, and they're usually, I think this year it's about 6 pages. If you finish the 6 pages, you get that chart for free, all the charts in the Hade Sal for free, and I think you get to pick one more from the site for free. I did look, but sadly, a lot of the ones I liked were all AI. And I still don't feel comfortable doing things with AI like that, especially on monetization, things like this. Not that my YouTube is monetized at the moment, because I haven't been using it, so it's got taken away at this point. But I just feel uncomfortable with the AI stuff at the moment, so I don't want to pick anything AI. Sadly, because the jellyfish looks so cute, and I probably would have done it if the jellyfish wasn't AI, but of course everything I liked was. I don't know if that says something about me. But the other images were not anything that I personally am drawn to. It is 6 pages. That's a lot of stitching. So I want to make sure that I love what I'm stitching on. So I think I will pass on the Hade Sal this year, and not do that after all. But Whip Go is definitely going to happen. And I am hoping that the next 24 hours of cross stitch comes up soon, because I would love to try my very first 24 hours of cross stitch. Of course, I won't stay up for 24 hours, but I would love to clock my time and get 24 hours of stitching time in, and see how much progress I get. So that's a goal too whenever that pops up. I'm assuming it's in December. So hopefully it's not when I'm ready to leave on vacation, or on vacation, maybe. No, because then we'll be with family. But so that's another thing I'm hoping to come up and be a part of. So that is all the cross stitch talk right now. For now, a finish for this month is to finish my sweater scarf. I have about 15 to 20 more inches of all this to do. So probably this amount right here, maybe somewhere around here, and then I can start the second sleeve, and then this will be done. So it is a goal to have this finished this month. Hopefully I can do it. I don't know. I'm gonna aim for it. As long as nothing crazy comes up, hopefully I can get there. So this will be a finish. Otherwise, making sure I have all my floss and everything I need for all those kits, that's a goal. To have all those ready to go kitted up. And then, of course, my diamond painting, my Sweet Tooth, I need to finish that painting. That is by Micah Jelena from Diamond Art Club, and I have those 5 sections left. I just need to get it done. So that might be another goal this week. And last but not least, I'm not going to get this one done this week, but this is a goal for the month. I need to get a whole row on Astronomer because I'm extremely behind on that. That is my decal piece that I do with Captain Casa over on Twitch. It is an all-year event that we do with the community where it's space themed this year. So you can start and finish a painting before the end of the year. You get buttons and stickers from her. You get cover minders from me, which is something I've been working on. I should have shared this, but maybe next time. But I am making cover minders of custom artwork. Wait, this one goes this way. This one goes this way. I should probably just show it like this. This would make more sense. These are going to be cover minders. I am working on them. They need magnets. I just finished these today. But you get a set of these from me if you finish your decal painting, and buttons and stickers from her that are also custom from her best friend. So my decal piece is way behind, and that is Astronomer. So I will need to get a whole row done on that to catch up. I don't think I'll get all those done this week, but those are month goals. So those are monthly goals. So let's see if we can reach those all by the end of the month. I also did want to add in some fingerless gloves, but I think I'm going to hold off on those just because I already have so much on my plate at the moment for things I want to get done. So we'll wait on those. But other than that, I think that brings us... Oh, also my tatted piece. I want to get this done, which won't take very long once I pick it back up again. I do want to finish my little tatted choker necklace. So that is also a goal. That is it. That is it. Again, hopefully it doesn't take me long to do a new video. I would like these videos to be a lot shorter. Right now I'm at an hour and almost 40 minutes. So I'm going to edit this down. Hopefully it won't be as long. But thank you so much for watching. Of course, everything's linked down below. The other socials are linked down below. Come hang out with me on Twitch. I'm there very regularly, Monday through Thursday. I do crafts, I do games, I get opinions, we take polls, we do all the things over there. It's a lot of fun. You can chat with me live. So that's over on Twitch. I am updating on Instagram a lot of my progress pictures as I get to things. And TikTok, of course, has all my tarot stuff, which I have been also lagging on lately. So hopefully I get some more stuff over there. But thank you again. Thank you again for hanging through this whole video. I know it's a long one. I appreciate it so, so much. Hopefully I see you in the next one. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!